Hey, Tama. Oh, yeah. Hey, Tama.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Patrick Seals, and welcome to Wildcard Weekend Predictions, baby. Next up, we got the Chiefs versus the Dolphins in a classic matchup of a superstar wide receiver who recently departed Kansas City and went down to Sunshine City. I know, Sunshine City.
What? Oh, that's marvelous.
Miami, and linked up with Tua, Jalen Waddle, David Arcani, and a whole slew of other weapons on this offense that just make it look so good. You know what I'm talking about? But slow your roll, though. Slow your roll, because it is going to be very cold out there in Kansas City today. That's right. It's snowing. It's almost a blizzard out there. You can't see past your face. I'm glad I'm not playing football out there. Granted, if they asked me to, I definitely would. But look, who do I got in this game? I got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I'm be honest. Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, I ain't putting nothing past them. I know that they ain't had the best end to their season. They've been looking kind of slow and sloppy. Travis Kelce been dropping passes. Pat Mahomes been throwing pick sixes all season. But they still got Chris Jones, one of the best interior linemen in the NFL right now. He can just completely wreck an offensive line. And of course, Arrowhead Stadium. That's home field advantage all day for anybody who's a Kansas City fan. Opposing teams going there, you get false starts. You get a whole bunch of miscommunications. It's terrible. It's not the ideal place for you to play football in the playoffs. So I got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I do see Tyreek Hill possibly trying to get a touchdown, but like I said, it's gonna be cold out there, so it's gonna be hard for them to get a lot of long passes. Tua does make some easy mistakes, but yeah, I mean, I really see it being a ground and pound game. It's gonna be a very close defensive struggle because of the snow and the weather conditions. Nobody's gonna be willing to make a mistake, except for Andy Reid, bro. Andy Reid, let's be honest, since Belichick has retired, he's got to be one of the greatest coaches still coaching right now. Pete Carroll's not coaching at this exact moment. Sean Payton has never been as good as Andy Reid. And Bill Belichick, he's possibly on his way out of coaching altogether. So I'm not going to put nothing past Kansas City. They definitely know what Tyreek Hill brings to the table, and they definitely will be willing to silence him. But I will say this, if the Dolphins beat the Chiefs, they were going to make a huge statement as far as who they can play anywhere, anytime, at anything. Because going into that stadium and winning in the playoffs and nighttime in the snow, that is not an easy feat to do. But if they do it, they're going to be a team to watch out for in these playoffs. So I'm going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game 16-13. I know that's an ugly game, but it's a low-scoring game for the conditions that it's going to be in. I do see one of these quarterbacks throwing 2 interceptions, and I see Chris Jones getting off, man. I do. I see Chris Jones getting off. And granted, don't get me wrong, the Miami Dolphins, they got a solid defensive line, but they done lost a lot of players, and Bradley Chubb and a lot of people entered the IR. If you've been watching Hard Knocks, you know. So don't get me wrong, they still got some dudes who get after it, but a lot of their main weapons on the defensive line have gotten hurt. They can still rotate them in and out and get pressure on quarterbacks, but for the most part, you know what I mean, I got to give it to the Kansas City Chiefs because it's going to be a defensive struggle. They got weapons in Miami, but a lot of those weapons going to be negated because of the weather conditions. So I'm Patrick Seals. Y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you think about the game, what the outcome is going to be. I'll see y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace.
Lights, camera, we're morphing into action.